And welcome to Boxed In with Friends, episode 31. Can you believe it? I'm your host, Tony. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. We're coming up on a year, guys. 1 year since we started this. I'm your host, Tony Augusti, here as always with Katie, Kyle, Jake, Andy, and Kate. On the show tonight, special guest Sam Healy, owner of his own vintage store, and he's a stand-up comedian, so we'll talk to him and a couple of his former and current / customers who are displaying their finds tonight, but we'll get more to that later. Also, a new segment on hockey for all you hockey fans out there. Mm-hmm. Plus, we'll play a game, and we'll start a tasteful game that's totally not family friendly, and a bunch more. Let's get started with hot topic.
Hey, but before we get to that hot topic.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Katie.
Make sure to throw in your suggestions for locations, occupations, whatever you feel like putting in there. Objects.
Yep. Leave it in the comments. Also, any of you, if you have any hockey-related questions, I'm sure our hockey experts. Yeah, we'll have some answers.
You got it.
Or comments.
What is it?
But to start off, Rush Limbaugh is dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, but
ding dong.
There was a lot of celebration I noticed on Facebook last week about Rush Limbaugh dying, and other people saying, "Oh, that's like in poor taste" or whatever. But other people just talking about this is the same guy that mocked like dying AIDS patients.
Yeah, he was in poor taste.
He was a bad dude.
Yeah.
I think the world's better off.
Poor taste. He was in poor taste.
Like, show of hands, like how many people were glad that he died?
Oh yeah,
glad too.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I don't mad about it.
I mean, maybe I was neutral. I would say.
I mean, I don't wish death upon people, but like he was a bad person, so the world's better without him.
I was gonna say the world is definitely not worse off.
Yeah,
I was indifferent.
Indifferent.
Yeah, I was indifferent. I didn't really know who he was, and he just looked like a old white man I wouldn't trust. So yeah,
and you're not far off.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I don't know who my uncle's gonna trust now.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust any of y'all, like guys like Kyle, Andy, Kate, and Caitlyn. I wouldn't trust any of your older family members.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I don't trust you.
I mean, I don't, so you're fine with that.
Yeah, and thank you, Jake. One love, my brother. Yeah.
You trust Tony's.
You only trust Tony's family?
Hey,
we all know what Jake is talking about.
You can trust my dad. He was in the NAACP chapter of Inkster.
All right.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, and my family is liberal though, and they hate Trump. So, but there are a lot of Indian families that like Trump, and because of abortion, at least in the South Indian community.
I love abortion.
Yeah, they hate it. So awkward reunion. Daft Punk broke up. And speaking of transitions, I don't know how many people are sad about that.
I'm very
Jake put his hat backwards because of
it's almost so weird. Like that's almost like when like the kids are finally out of the house and the parents decide to divorce, and like you didn't see it coming. That's what it kind of feels like. It's like they were together for 27 years. Usually it happens like a band gets like a big hit like album, then they'll like kind of struggle through the next album, and then they'll break up. Yeah.
It's interesting that like I haven't read anything, so because I was at work and now I'm here. But I don't know if it was like, is it just because like they're did they break up, or is it like a retire? Instead of calling it a hiatus, I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah. Kyle, have you heard anything in your circles?
I have not. I'm not like, besides knowing the a few of their songs, I'm not super familiar, but with the whole band in general. But like, it's always weird to me when a band or a group is together that long and then like makes a statement that they're done.
Yeah.
like you can just not do it for however long you want.
Right. That's why I was kind of like, well, they
It's
haven't
just-
put anything new out in a while, so I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting anything.
Yeah.
It's still a bummer, but
Yeah,
But I can't wait for their solo projects. That's all I know. Is,
Sure.
yeah.
yeah. That's
Daft
it's like I want, it's a weird
Daft
dynamic.
Punk.
It's just two of them. They're just like we're not doing this, but it could just be a thing where they're just like we feel like we've accomplished everything that we could do with this. So
Mhm.
Hey, here's the thing. They're set up for success because they're already wearing helmets to protect them from the COVID.
yeah,
That's true. But
Maybe, yeah.
how will we tell one from the other now? Like if they put out a solo album, like do they? I mean, I know they have French names, but
they just use their real faces.
Yeah,
You have to look for the birthmarks.
they have birthmarks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So
That's
you've
why
seen
they wear
them
the
naked.
helmets.
So you've seen them naked, is what you're saying.
Why would you assume that their birthmarks aren't where the clothes would cover?
I just know you, Kate.
Because we're perverts.
Yeah.
You guys are perverts. It was on their faces. You just couldn't see it because they were wearing helmets.
Now, what's the difference between a birthmark and a wine stain? Is a wine stain a birthmark?
I think a wine stain is vascular.
Oh, okay.
A wine stain is vascular because I actually have one on my forehead, and it comes and
You
goes.
do?
It comes and goes. Like when I get flushed, it like there's like this like upside down like red triangle that pops up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a port wine stain apparently.
Can you like
and
hold
it's
your
vascular.
can you hold your breath so we can see it?
Yeah. So give me
Okay.
like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep talking.
I've never
heard that
Doug has
term
one
before.
on his foot.
Oh, you've never heard the term wine stain? It looks
Wow.
like imagine like somebody spilled wine on your face. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
I knew a kid who's a makeup artist now in
Okay.
LA, but in high school that had one. And you can get it. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Let's see.
Andy.
Andy, don't die.
Can
Yeah,
you see it?
I can
Right?
kind
Oh
of
yeah,
see
you can
it.
kind of see it.
Yeah.
I have a
little
birthmark
bit.
on my foot that kind of looks like South America.
Wow.
Oh God.
That's kind of cool, Andy. It's like you're like a superhero.
I have 2 moles that look like vampire bites. I don't. Does that count?
I have a set of teeth in my shoulder.
Who bit you? Your husband? Say your
No, it was my
husband.
twin. They still.
Oh.
Spare parts.
Oh.
As a
Wow.
reminder, if you have suggestions for the game coming up, leave them in the comments. Another topic is a big power outage going on. I don't know if it's resolved yet or in Texas.
I
Oh,
don't think
Ted
all
Cruz,
the way.
baby.
Oh, here's
You
a
fixed it.
cool thing for anyone watching who may be a Casey Musgraves stan. She is selling a shirt that says "Cruising for a Bruisin'," and it's a ringer tee that says that, and proceeds are going to help out different local charities.
AOC raised like $3 million. I saw.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was the
she
latest
did.
count.
And
For
Ted
people
I
that
love how
probably
she's
hate
doing
her.
other people's job.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I think it's like the Ted Cruz thing is so funny to me. Like,
Well, yeah. Then I guess another. Go ahead.
he like obviously didn't plan on coming back, like he said, until he was bullied by the internet to come back. But then he just threw his kids under the bus, and then he made up this obviously bullshit story that like he had the overnight bag. Like it was like a full ass suitcase and stuff. Like
And
that.
then it came out that he also invited his college roommate to come on the trip with him. So
Yeah,
Oh,
and then,
goodness.
and then
That's
someone
bad.
in his wife's like group chat like doxed her and like put their group chat out there.
the
So
New York Times, like
yeah,
that's how much you like. Think about what kind of friends you have. You know what I mean?
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this
I
is
just wanna make a
I can
point.
sell it to the Times.
Go for it, Kate.
Yeah, I just want to make the point that he was like, "Well, I'm gonna escort my kids there, my wife," and I'm like, "But your wife is going too." And are you saying that she's not capable of taking care of the kids and bringing them places on her own? That was my only thought.
I love that
I know it
A.D.
wasn't
Bryant.
true.
I love that A.D. Bryant plays him.
I
on
know, I
SNL.
do too.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's
Extra
so
shades.
She's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, but like it's so funny. Like he just like I was gonna leave my daughters in Mexico, but I wanted to take them down there. So,
Also,
Yeah.
did you guys realize how I thought he had like grown children, not 10-year-olds being like, "Take me to Mexico, Daddy."
Oh, that's how old they are?
I
I thought they were older.
No, they're like tweens.
Hmm. Yeah, how afraid are you? Because I was reading like stories about like the power grid in the U.S. and how like weak it is, and how it's like
Yeah, there's an interesting Times, or what's it? The New York Times. I listen to it every fucking morning.
Yeah.
But they were talking about how bad our infrastructure is for our power.
Yeah,
That's
I read
a terrifying thought.
I read that story and I wanted to buy a generator.
Yeah, the daily.
Yeah.
Well, they were in Texas was the only one that wasn't on the federal grid, right?
Yeah, but that's because
they've got their own thing.
Yeah,
But
and it just irritates me how like there's been stories circulating around there that it's like the wind turbines behind the power outage.
Oh, well, the latest thing they said was that it happened.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, he's nuts. The latest thing I heard is that like someone said a comment, like a state representative or like a highly elected official, high elected official was like, "Oh no, it happened because Biden was elected president."
Yeah,
that was the reason given.
Well,
right.
I think it was Tucker Carlson that was like, "You see here, the Green New Deal is the reason, and the turbines froze, and that's what made it all go into craziness." And he kept calling it the Green New Deal.
I didn't know the Green New Deal passed.
Exactly. Right.
But also, like,
Wow.
they froze because of where we are, because of the energy that we have been using.
Yeah.
Potentially, if it's a climate thing.
Yeah, I
I
really seriously like I think I'm gonna buy a generator after like all this has happened, like for my house.
Yeah.
I don't care how much it costs. And
I'm just
Tesla.
gonna move in with Tony.
Yep, I'll have a Tesla and a
Because
generator.
I feel like he's gonna be all prepared for whatever.
But see, the problem is I don't own a gun, and I'll just immediately be killed, by one of my neighbors for.
I'll move in with you and I'll bring mine.
All right, thanks, Andy. I appreciate that.
We all have something to contribute.
I feel like Andy has a bunker somewhere, or not Andy, but
Sean has a bunker for fucking sure.
I know he has a bunker.
Sean.
And we're gonna find it by the end of this. By the end of this series, we're gonna find the bunker.
Interestingly, he has not denied that he has a bunker. So
Andy's
giving himself away.
Yeah. I signed an NDA.
Yeah, you're blushing, Andy. You're triangling.
Can you ask Sean if he would ever let us, if we were ever, would we be allowed into his bunker if it was like a dire situation? Can you? That's a genuine question.
I will ask him.
Just ask him if we can come.
Yeah,
that's all.
To broadcast our show specifically.
Yeah. And that was
that's the only reason.
That was Hot Topic, everybody. To start off the week. I'm going to start removing people because our hockey segment is coming up. And starring Kyle and Caitlyn. And this is In the Crease.
Hey there, sports fans. How's it going?
Welcome to In the Crease with Katie and Kyle. Today the Red Wings are back. Hockey is back in general, and we're gonna talk about some of the players. So, Tony, who do we got?
What do we got, Tone? Oh, we got Anthony Mantha, big boy Mantha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been in the Red Wing system for a long time.
He sure has.
He has 5 goals in 19 games played this year.
Yeah, and he's a big boy. He's a hard hitter.
He's definitely a hard hitter. He's, when he wants something, he gets it done. When he doesn't, not so much. And that's right.
He does have a similar streak pattern as Franzen, except he doesn't seem to be producing that much this season, probably because he's producing too much cum. But,
yeah, absolutely.
I do think that there is room for him to get better. I think he is missing Bertuzzi.
And that's part of his wet dream. And he's like, if you take off his shirt under his pads, it's like his chest is very rock hard, and he's a good lover. But he only gets it if he wants it. Like if he really wants to come, he will come. Is what I'm saying.
Exactly. And if he doesn't, and he doesn't feel up to it, then he won't. And he can't get it up. But moving on to our next our next player.
Yeah, he's our goal scorer.
Dilly Lark.
Dylan Larkin. He's a Michigan boy from Waterford.
Michigan boy. Serena.
Yeah, he has 4 goals and 7 assists. So he's our point leader, I believe.
11 whopping points.
Yeah, he's played all the games this year. He's our new captain.
Yes.
And he was a video went viral of him a few years ago of him as a teenager in his basement, and he went by D-Boss.
Yeah, D-Boss, and he is D-Boss of his dick.
Oh yeah.
He's a fast skater.
He is a fast skater. Like, and when he joined the league, he was definitely a little twinkie, and now he's a full-on stud.
Oh yeah, definitely a stud. I do think he can generate a lot of offense. I also think he can generate a lot of friction between himself and whatever body he puts himself in between.
Oh yeah, he is a passionate lover and a passionate leader. He will walk around the locker room with his flaccid member, just pull it out of his pants.
Yeah.
And he gets all the guys going. And after the game, the ladies are happy with him because he gives it his all the time.
All the time. And he's a Waterford boy.
Yep, a local boy, and he's our captain and our point leader. Who do we got next, Tony?
Oh, Hronik. Yes, Hronik is he's got 9 assists, and he's a defensive player, but he really does do a good job offensively.
He does. He's a Euro boy, and he is a strong fellow.
He's hard on the forecheck. He's hard on the ice all the time.
Yeah,
I think he checks players, and his dick is just like fully hard in.
Absolutely, he's hard all the time, and he messes up sometimes, but most of the time, he is scoring.
No, and he's making
not on
up
the
for it.
ice.
If he messes up, he will make up for it.
Yeah,
and under that jersey, there is definitely a lot of love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
definitely.
A lot of love, a lot of juices.
I think he likes a little bit of a choke. Right under the neck, nothing too hard, but I think he does like to be down.
Yeah, he likes it rough a little bit. He's big on getting spit in the mouth.
Yeah.
Not that violates COVID protocols, but before that, he was a big advocate of the mouth spit.
But overall, I think he's a very promising defensive player, and
yes.
I enjoy watching him.
He's a beautiful fucker, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
He's great at sex. All right, who do we got next? Ooh.
We got Bernier, baby.
Yeah, little goaltender.
Little goaltender. Who stood on his head on Saturday against the Florida Panthers. If it was not for him, the Red Wings would not have won that game. So, he's doing well.
Yeah, and he's a goaltender, and I'm speaking of goaltender, his lover, metaphorically speaking, pulled the goalie, and now they have some kids.
Oh, true to that. Also, I think his favorite position is the splits. I think that's the only way he can insert is if he does the splits before he inserts. I don't.
Yeah. He loves the biscuits coming right at his face.
Yeah. He's only played 8 games though because he was hurt.
Yeah, groin injury, right?
Yeah, and I think it's fucking so much.
Yeah, that he was reminiscent on the making of the kids.
Yeah, I mean his goal average right now is 2.7. So
yeah, he's competing with Bryce for the leading spot.
He is, and those two are going to have to duke it out with their dicks out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then he has a strong dick game for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Underneath those pads,
he's probably thicker. I mean, if you look at the end of a goalie stick anyway, they're pretty thick. So I feel like he's probably a little girthy.
definitely a girthy stick under all those pads. You know, and that's the fun part of looking at a goalie is you can imagine what their naked bodies look like under all those pads.
For sure. Well, what do we got next? Ooh, Bertuzzi.
Little Bert.
Little Thai guy.
Tyler Bertuzzi.
Yeah, we got matching haircuts.
Yeah. You do have matching haircuts.
Yeah, we do.
His uncle was in the league.
Todd.
Todd. Yeah, Uncle Todd also played for the Red Wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of our most promising young players. He's very strong, first line player. He's got 5 goals, 2 assists.
Very fun to watch. He keeps the energy going. He's injured, upper body injury right now. Don't know when he's going to be back. He hasn't even skated, so that's not great for especially Larkin and Mantha. But I think this guy likes it raw, hard, and fast, much like how he plays.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, he definitely likes to. He likes to raw dog for sure.
He's had it.
He's had it. He's missing a tooth, but he still knows how to munch. That's for sure.
Exactly. A good way to get that, just to spit too. Just spit that cum right out in between the teeth.
And that hair, you can just pull that hair. You know he loves hair pulled.
Definitely loves it pulled.
Like no one has ever been unsatisfied with Tyler here.
No, absolutely
he's
not.
Full on stud. You know.
Stud.
And he's very strong and hard for sure. For sure.
Definitely.
Beautiful eyes. I was there when he scored his first NHL goal, and it's been a great journey watching him on the ice. And, I wish I could watch him off the ice, more than I can. But, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody, for watching In the Crease with Katie and Kyle. Let's take it back to the studio. Tony.
All right, Katie and Kyle. That was not at all what I expected. And thanks to Tyler Bertuzzi, we'll get rid of him.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll look forward to updates throughout the season. And of their proclivities. I guess that's a report. I can guarantee that you will not get hockey coverage like that anywhere else. Maybe in the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we put a lot of work
niche.
I can tell. I can. Yeah, absolutely. But it's hockey's all about metrics and drilling down. There's a lot of talk about drilling down. So I like that. Now it's time to play a game. Andy, why don't you take it away? And if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments.
Cool. So we are going to play 1001. 1001 is a short form improv game, and we're going to use objects and occupations that we have gotten as suggestions, and it's going to set up like this: 1001 blanks. We're going to fill your suggestions in that blank. 1001 blanks walk into a bar, and the bartender will kick them out or not allow them entry for either some punny reason or a word play, and hilarity will ensue. That's basically the rundown of the game. For instance, 1001 bricks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "You can't get in. You can't be here, bricks, because your behavior is mortifying."
Nice.
Ooh, nice. Good. That's a good one.
That was. I
That was a
thought
good
you were going the
one.
other direction.
I didn't know where you were going with
Yeah.
that.
So, okay. So yeah, here we go. Our first suggestion is politicians. So 1001 politicians walk into a bar.
1001 politicians walk into our bar. Bartender says, "Get the hell out of here. You're always trying to poll everybody."
Ooh, I like that. 1001 politicians walk into the bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. You're all too scandalous."
Nice.
1001 politicians. Oh, go for it.
You go ahead, Andy.
1001 politicians walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Get out of here, because you never pay your bills."
Nice.
1001 politicians walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I can't serve you because you're a buster and you're always crying, and it's hard for me to feel a buster."
Abolish it.
1001
politicians walk into a bar. Bartender says, I'm not going to serve you because you're all a bunch of fucking pedophiles.
Oh, shout out QAnon.
Shit.
Yeah.
1,001 politicians. 1,001 politicians walk into a bar. Bartender says, "We're not going to serve you here because we have a party going on. It's not yours."
Nice. All right, let's switch gears and let's do now 1,001 bananas walk into a bar. 1,001 bananas.
Okay, 1,001 bananas walk into a bar. A bartender says, "Get out of here! You're all yellow."
1,001 bananas walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here! You always peel out before you give me a tip."
Yeah. 1,001 bananas walk into the bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here because you're slimy underneath your clothes." I tell you.
1,001 bananas walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Get out of here because you're a bunch of jerks."
1,001 bananas walk into a bar. Bartender's like, "Get in here. You're welcome. I love your shape."
1,001 bananas walk into the bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you. You're too green."
1,001 bananas walk into a bar. Bartender says, I want to serve you. I don't like the energy you produce."
1,001 bananas walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out. I'm jealous. You have too much appeal."
1,001 bananas walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. Last time I caught you smoking potassium."
1,000.
Well, you obviously did not believe in that joke.
I know, you put your head down right after you said it.
I'll see myself out.
1,001 bananas walk into the bar. The bartender is like, "No, get out of here unless you have that bread."
Okay, let's switch it up and now do 1,001 race car drivers walk into a bar. 1,001 race car
1,001
drivers.
race car drivers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you because you don't wear any rubber."
Yeah.
Not
That's
safe
safe.
requirement.
1,001 race car drivers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here before I NASCAR'd you."
1,001 race. Good. 1,001 race car drivers walk in the bar. The bartender says, "You can't be here because every time you drink, you're running laps."
1,001 car drivers walk to a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here because we don't respect you. You haven't earned any heart, Dale."
1,001 race car drivers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. You all have a checkered past."
Okay. 1,001 NASCAR drivers walk into a bar. Is it race car or NASCAR? Whatever.
Race car.
Race car.
1,001 race car drivers
Make
walk
it your
into a
own, though.
bar. Bartender said, "Get out of here. You're a whore, and I know about it. I know you burn at least 4 rubbers a night."
1,001 race car drivers walk into the bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve your kind because you don't know how to drive my stick."
Okay, 1,001 race car drivers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you because I'm racist."
Wow.
That's true. That's true.
1,001 race car drivers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. You never promote any of the liquor we sell. You're always promoting Mountain Dew."
1,001 race car drivers walking to the bar. Bartender is like, "Get out of here. There's no ghosts allowed because you're all dead from dying."
Wow, another shout out, R.I.P. Dale Earnhardt.
Okay, now 1,001 calculators. 1,001 calculators walk into a bar, or at least they try to. Let's see.
Okay.
1,001 calculators walk into the bar. Bartender says, "You got to get out of here because the stories you tell just don't add up, motherfucker."
Nice.
1,001 calculators walk in the bar. The bartender's like, "Get out of here! You're always flipping upside down and showing your boobs."
Good one.
Yeah.
1,001 calculators walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. This is Michigan. You're always bringing in your Texas instruments."
I'll go for it.
1,001 calculators walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "You can come in, but you can only pay in Casio."
That was real good.
1,001 calculators walking to the bar. Bartender's like, "Get out of here! Not on my watch."
Oh,
Nice.
Hey, I don't have any.
Yeah, 1,001 calculators walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here! You're all a bunch of squares."
1,001 calculators to a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here." And the calculator's like, "Why? Is it because I'm dramatic?" And he said, "No, it's because you're quadratic."
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, yo.
How about magic wands? 1,001 magic wands.
Oh, okay. 1,001 magic wands walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Get out of here before I Hitachi you."
Oh shit!
But not what
That's a
you
little
guys were
horny
thinking,
one,
right?
Tony.
Yeah.
1,001 magic wands walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. I'm not going to serve you because now you see me, now you don't."
1,001 magic wands walk into the bar, and the bartender's like, "Why don't you just disappear?"
Boom.
Oh, see, that one's better.
1,001 magic wands walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here." And magic wands say, "Why?" And the bartender is like, "I don't need an excuse. Just abracadabra your ass out my face."
1,001 magic wands walk to a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here because you never make my wishes come true."
Oh.
1,001 magic wands walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you because we only take top hats."
Elitist.
Very elitist.
Last one. Let's do bakers. 1,001 bakers walk into a bar.
1,001 bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you because you're."
What?
What?
She got distracted by Tony.
What?
What are you doing, Tony?
I don't know what's going on.
You're trying to throw her off her game, Tony?
Because he started talking and then it threw me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, ADHD. Go ahead.
1,001 bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I can't serve you because you're always rising up."
1,001 bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I can't serve you. I can't serve 12 of y'all at a time."
13.
1,001. What is it?
Bakers.
Bakers.
This is going to be good.
1,001 bakers walk into the bar, and the bartender is like, "I can't serve anyone with a bun in the oven."
Oh.
1,001 bakers walk into a bar, and the bartender's like, "You can't come here. There's no outside food allowed, and y'all have such nice buns on you."
Oh.
1,001 bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I'm not going to serve you." Stop it, Tony.
I can't help it.
Come on.
I didn't do anything.
I'm not going to serve you. You have too many rolls.
Okay.
Bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "I can't serve you Oh, and he's like, wait a second. I take it back. Y'all got it done. Y'all can come in.
What?
You didn't hear it?
I didn't hear it. 1001,
Didn't you hear it?
1001 bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, I can't serve you. I'm afraid you'll give me a yeast infection.
Oh,
Classy.
That's presumptive.
Yeah.
You can tell by looking.
1001 bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, I'm not going to serve you in your hard baguette. Get out of here.
1001 bakers walk into the bar. Bartender says, I can't serve you guys. Last time you were just playing with the thermostat and setting it to preheat.
1001 bakers walk into a bar. Bartender says, I can't serve you. You're always loafing around.
Ooh.
1001 bakers walk into a bar and the bartender's like, get out of here. And the baker's like, why? And the bartender says, hurts, don't it?
That was 1001.
Yay!
It really does hurt too.
That was
Rejection.
spirited and classy. All right, coming up next is our special guest for tonight. He is the owner of Sammy's Vintage Closet. We have two of his customers here to talk to him. He's also a stand-up comedian. He's going to show us some cool stuff. Please welcome Sam Healy.
Yay! Welcome.
What up?
What's
Thanks for
up?
having me, guys. Nice to meet everyone.
Yeah.
Likewise.
I'm not the hockey's like the one sport I don't know, but that analysis like on dicks was straight on, and so I'm all about the hockey too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you find you learned something about hockey?
Yeah. Did you learn anything?
I learned a lot. I learned about getting in the crease, hard forward checks, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Dylan Lockridge from Waterford. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you're coming to us live from your, I guess your warehouse or your storehouse in Sammy's Closet.
Yeah, I'm coming live from my basement. I'm on my ping pong table. I don't know. I'll give you a little. I got a big.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a little panoramic.
So much stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I bought a house. I moved to Detroit. I thought I moved here 4 years ago. I thought I'd be here for a year, and then it turned into like a 30-year mortgage. So I have a lot more space now, so I can hoard that shit.
Yeah.
So how did you get into like the vintage wear game, or is it mostly clothing or memorabilia? Like what kind of things do you offer on your site?
Mostly clothing, just because huge thrifter, love thrift stores. The treasure hunt. I had my first job out of college. I worked for the government, and I traveled like 2-3 weeks a month for like 6 years. So
Killing
it's always
people, or?
yeah. It was like bullshit HR, but it sounded a lot
Okay.
cooler when you're talking to people living in DC.
Yeah.
But I used to just thrift and stuff to waste time, and I never. I only collected for myself though, so I would never get like a 3XL. To resell or something like that. So I only started doing that in like the last 2 years, and it's become real popular. So, with COVID hit, I wasn't really working much. I was hitting like 20, 30 thrift stores a week, just treasure hunting. So, it was fun stuff. So you find a lot of cool stuff.
Now you said you were in DC before. How does Detroit compare to DC in terms of like finds, like finding things to sell?
So DC is a lot better. I mean, you gotta, cause Detroit's not in those cities. You don't really have cars or whatever, and everything's, gentrified. And, Michigan, you're driving like hour round trip to like Clinton Township, I know all the suburbs and all the towns outside of Detroit just from thrifting. So, there's a lot more to pick though from too, cause it's just a lot more space, a lot more places to go.
So when was the point where you decided to go from just collecting stuff to selling it? Or were you always doing that?
Well, I always like creating stuff, and props to you guys for doing this. I just have,
Thanks.
mad love for anybody that just creates shit, and especially at a consistent level. I never, I always felt weird on Instagram, posting stuff, cause I would be I'd post random, funny stuff, but it would have no connection or anything. So the thrifting almost gave me a niche market in terms of posting on that page. So it just gave me an outlet. It was very niche. So it's not weird to post this shirt or that shirt like that. So it was more of a creative outlet for content purposes actually. And people started buying, and you could buy more shirts, and not striking it rich, but like you can afford. You basically have like a whole basement full of like a 90s Foot Locker. So it's kind of my like dream. I'm 35 now, so it's kind of my my 12-year-old dream.
That's awesome.
Nice.
When did you, or what was I going to say? We have a couple of customers here, Katie and Jake, who have bought stuff that they want to show off what they have. I see Jake's showing off his Jurassic Park hat, and
I got my Austin 316.
Yeah, and it's like I got like a photographic memory. I got the Jurassic Park hat in Clinton Township Value World, and I got the Austin 316 on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, okay.
I had this shirt as a kid, so when I saw that you had it, I was like, I had so many shirts growing up that I was like, why did I get rid of them? I was like a huge tomboy, so I had all this like wrestling and sports gear that like my mom ended up getting rid of. And now I'm like, well, I wish I had it all. And so when I saw this, I was like, I have to get it.
And wrestling is like one of the highest markets right now for like, vintage clothing. It's going so high. It's like wrestling and like NASCAR and like, let me show you something right here.
Okay.
Like,
oh, nice.
Like stuff like this on NASCAR, like those all over prints and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
It's all about the all over print. But I love when people, when they see they can get shirts they had as a kid. Like I was back home recently. I was looking through an old photo album, and it was like a picture of me and like I was like 6 in like 91, and it was just like Michael Jordan all over print. I could get it right now. Unfortunately, that shirt's a $600 shirt,
Wow.
so I'm like not gonna get it. But 6-year-old me had some hype style, I guess. But when you can find like the little things that aren't like things like that and put it in the right hands, it's always cool to see.
Yeah.
So do you do like business through Instagram, or is that just sort of like the storefront? Do you have like a site that, or like on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, or how do you like put these things up for sale? Do people just like inquire?
I mostly just do Instagram, and then through referrals of mouth. And now that I have this house, I just kind of call it a shop, and like if you want to come over for a shirt, and then I got all this stuff. So
oh really? You have people over to like they can browse through your stuff?
Yeah. I mean, COVID protocols, of course. Everything is good to go. I don't want anyone at the FCC, the federal cable commission or something.
the federal COVID commission.
Yeah.
They're in charge now.
I think Kyle's in charge of that.
Yeah, Kyle is actually a COVID officer in LA.
So if you need me to
TV show sets.
control your store, let me.
Yeah. But it's a cool way to basically it just started off to like pay for my own habit and like get some cool clothes. And I got a friend. He's got him and his wife have a bar in Eastern Market, Collect Beer Bar. I don't know if you guys have ever been, but real cool bar, Eastern Market, Detroit. Ever there? Check it out. And I have like a rack of like 20 every week. I change it up. I have like, a different kind of category. Like this week it's Disney. Last week, I think it was like animal prints. Next week it will be like tigers. I don't know. So it's just a cool way to like curate and express yourself creatively.
Yeah. So,
Jake, did you have a question?
Yeah. So a lot of, first of all, Sammy, I really like that you do this. Shit is dope, man.
Yeah, it really is.
I want to come to your basement soon and buy shit and possibly
Dude.
chill.
I love hearing when people are like, I want to come to your basement. Like, that's all I've grown up like my whole life.
Yeah.
I want people to be like,
I want to go to the basement. Like
it sounds like something that's said during like a court deposition.
Yes.
Maybe Jake and I will come together.
It's an open invite, and that's a Charlotte Hornets with that's a starter. If you turn that around, that's that sweet ass starter.
Yeah, this is the first joint I bought off of them. But what I was gonna ask you was like a lot of I've been buying like collecting like old like hats like this, like old snapbacks, starter shit like that for like about like 10 years now, and like it's just like old vintage stuff like that. And like a lot of guys I've bought from who like kind of do this, they like kind of they branch off and like kind of like they kind of create their own kind of like brand through this, like through like the ventures thing. Was that something you consider doing or anything?
You know what? I actually, not to like create some Sean John or like some crazy $1 billion brand or anything, but I collect a lot of vintage blank T-shirts when I go out, old tags, but they're just blanks. And I had this idea It's called Minor Flaws, because in vintage everything has flaws, minor flaws. And for lack of a better word, in society, in the world, we all have minor flaws, imperfections, whatever it is, but it makes it, more unique, more one of a kind. So I got a buddy, and he's working on design, but I want to basically go to a printer, get those printed out, and have like a pop-up or something, and maybe do like half the money goes to a type of charity to help people or something. But it would just be I have all the stuff, and it would be just another cool way to sell some stuff, but also for a good cause. And I just like that minor flaws. It's corny, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
I have another. I didn't pull it out. I have the my boyfriend has the Wonder Years shirt from you, my friend.
That's how we first got connected. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Andrew Davis sent it to me because him and Steve are buds, and it's his favorite show. So.
And that's why I want to I haven't talked to him yet, but I've met him a few at Simplified, and talked to them about printing some cool stuff with the legs and stuff like that. It'd be kind of it'd be cool. So
he sent me your store, and I was immediately I was like, well, this is everything I like. 90s sports gear, yep.
And then it's always and then the hockey segment, it was close to, because when I do my captions, it's size large, fits medium, fucks like a dinosaur or whatever, whatever you're selling. So I can respect those.
I always laugh when I see that. I appreciate a good
And for people that are watching that are interesting, I put up the address of your Instagram, Shortstop Sammy Vintage Closet. Now, why Shortstop Sammy? Were you a ball player back in the day?
I was, but also that was my AOL screen name in literally 1995.
Nice.
And I've just used it ever since. And I had that government job, and my government email would be down, and I'd be talking to a commander on a base, and I'd be like, Shortstop Sammy at hotmail.com or whatever. So I'm never gonna let it go though. So it'll always be Shortstop Sammy.
That's awesome. Can you
should
show
all
us
go by our AOL names?
Yeah,
I know it could get embarrassing if you all wanted to share AOL names though.
Yeah, well, I had Yo Bumrush the Kyle.
That works.
Yeah.
Katie,
Mine
what was
was
yours? I sense a certain reluctance, Katie.
Yeah, mine's not great.
What is it? Is it?
It was my first one was Skater 971.
Okay, nobody cares.
Okay.
What's the other one?
Come on.
My other one
All right, Avril Lavigne.
was Ghetto Booty 663.
Oh my god!
What?
Yeah. And
That's a porno. That's a porn series.
Yeah.
it gets worse. The numbers, I was afraid my mom was gonna get mad if I used 69, but not Ghetto Booty.
Yeah.
But so it was 6.
Oh.
Yeah. So the if you added it up, it was
6, and then 6 + 3 is 9.
Yeah.
So it's really Ghetto Booty 69 in code.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
Thank you for sharing that. The look of shame on your face is it's a highlight. Hey,
apparently that account's taken on Gmail. I just checked. So
it's probably has it. Kate, what was yours?
Oh, it's definitely not as exciting as Katie's. It was B Girl 15 because I was really into Beastie Boys.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was like a B Girl.
It honestly sounds like you're into blowjobs.
And I was 15. I loved nothing. I loved more when I was 15 than blowjobs and Beastie Boys.
Well, at least the Beastie Boys kind of progressed or aged well. Some people they'll be I don't know, Tiffany. That's I don't know why I was even born in the early 80s, but things that don't age as well.
Yeah.
No, they did all right.
Yeah, my first.
So did blowjobs. They aged great.
My first screen name was I Think We're Alone Now 69.
Well, you got the 69 in there too?
Yeah, but I didn't put it in code because my parents didn't know the sexual terms.
Mine was Basement Visitor 72. So, can you show us some of your favorite or rarest stuff? While we have some time.
Let's go shopping.
Or some of your favorite things, like Oprah.
Yeah, right. Let me. I pulled a few things, but let me show you. And let me know if I got my headphones out. Is that a bad echo?
Okay. No, it's fine.
Okay, cool. So this thing is sick because
Damn.
Oh.
it's there's a story behind everything, right? So this is Bruce Seldon, Mike Tyson, September 7th, 1996 at the MGM Grand. And this is famous. I actually picked that for $180 at a Value World in Ypsilanti.
Wait. What was the date you said again?
What's up?
What's the date you said again?
96. This was the night Tupac got shot and killed.
Damn.
Wow.
Like this shirt, because of the history, like everything has some history behind it. So it's a rare shirt, but also, so that's one of my favorites.
Like, how much does that go for?
I could probably sell it for like $250 right now, but it would go as high as probably $400 right now.
Wow.
But you got to find someone that would buy it.
Yeah.
And then I got this is one of my favorites just because I'm a big hoops guy. My buddy actually picked this for me, but it's Stephon Marbury. It's just kind of an innocuous, 90s NBA, but it's kind of like a rap tee, but in a basketball,
Yeah.
And then, this is a little Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of a bootleg TV, a little bit of cultural appropriation, but Beavis and Butthead were very Renaissance men.
So that actually has a tag on it still?
Oh, that's actually my price tag.
Oh, okay.
But actually, some of them actually do. You see like an old Meyer tag from like 1987, and it'll be like $13.99. So.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But yeah,
they're more expensive, right? If they have the tag on them.
Is there a particular city that you find? Because like I used to do it a lot more, but like, do you have like a more like a specific area that you like to hit up more? That like.
Well, around here, it's all about like Clinton Township, like 16th and Gratiot. They got like.
Really?
We got like the Salvation Army, 2 Salvation Armies, Value World, and like a big community, like all within like a 5-mile radius. So that's if you want to like spend a day on it,
Yeah.
So you also do stand-up comedy. I know that you haven't had much of a chance to do it here in Detroit, but like DC, like do you have plans to like explore that more after COVID is
well,
hopefully
I use the term I'm a stand-up comedian. It's very liberal. It basically means I've on and off for 7 years have bombed on open mics, but
okay. Well,
no, it's always been fun. I did it at Mark Ridley's, a couple open mics at Mark Ridley's here. And I actually, I never I don't think I could ever do it super consistently though. I always just liked making some jokes, kind of going up there, not caring if you bomb or not, like kind of like making a video for later or for an inside joke or whatever. But the consistently, especially in stand up where you got to like do the same joke. So, I think I'd more lean kind of toward the improv in terms of the nothing. I mean, it's a huge art, obviously, but
you're welcome when it opens up. You should come by Planet Ant.
Yeah,
in Hamtramck.
Sure. I would love to.
Yeah, and they have the Independent Comedy Club there too, and they have like open mics there and things like that, or they will.
Yeah.
Theoretically, when all this is over one day.
They did, and they will again one day.
Yeah.
And you just meet cool people that you like, you can have creative you kind of pursuits with. So that's like the main thing about it.
Definitely a lot of potential customers. That's just the cynical strategist in me talking.
Well, there's an open invite to my basement, guys.
Yeah.
You want to come do improv in my basement?
Is there a certain item that's like, I don't know if I want to say the holy grail, but it's like, man, I'm always looking for this. Like, if I could find this would be amazing. Or there's something that you want personally.
You know what? I would say the simple question is no, but everybody has their kind of curation, their thing. And for me, I'm all about like the, I have about 50 of these, but the 90s champion jerseys.
Oh, okay.
So like this is the stuff like I was wearing in like my 6th grade pick. My brother was wearing with like the lasers in the background and shit.
Oh yeah.
I think Jake's
that's kind of how I got into like champion jerseys and that kind of style. Not that I even wear them that much. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Hey, Jake, I have the same one, but in the baby blue.
Yeah.
Same player though.
Jersey?
Yeah.
I got 2 of those, size 48, 40 back there. You know, but yeah, I like the Champion a lot. That's kind of my my specialty.
Yeah, I also have the same jersey as that, Jake, but Shaq, 32.
I had the Shaq one back in the day too.
They call me Shaquille O'Neal. So
my first one was Penny too, so I think most people had Penny was like their first one. Yeah. That was my first one.
Mm-hmm. So my dad bought me a Charlotte Hornet starter jacket when I was in middle school because I liked the colors. I mean, and then he thought I liked them, so he kept getting me like their trading cards, and I was like, I don't know what do you want me to do with those?
I don't like Grandmama. I don't like.
That's how I got. That's how I got into the Charlotte Hornets because of Grandmama.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That stuff's expensive now, man. Those Charlotte Hornet jackets. That's where. I should
have fucking kept that shit.
They had like documentaries about how popular that Charlotte Hornet starter jacket was.
It was.
Oh, really?
Everybody was rocking that on the square.
It was the colors to have those colors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teal, they call it.
Yeah, yeah.
Teal
like
and that purple.
It's like that. Like Charlotte Hornets and I think Raiders had the most popular.
Yeah.
Like
Lakers too, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question, but like,
sure, go ahead.
I just want to say, well, not a question. I just have a request. If you can find some like a Chris Webber jersey from Michigan.
From Michigan, I got a Bullets one.
The Bullets one, yeah. But I need a U of M one. So you can find that for me. If you find that in like a big guy size, like 2X or XL or 2X something, let me know.
Jake will lose weight to fit into it. Even if you find a regular size.
I always say I'll gain weight, like 3XL. Like I'll just gain like 100 pounds or whatever. Like, I don't care.
Is that a common thing? Like Sam, like people asking you, "Hey, can you find this for me?"
Yeah, that's the best way to do it too. Is because then a lot of it's just like Instagram is huge for the resellers, and a lot of them are like I'm like an old man compared to some people. Like a lot of the kids like 18, 19, early 20s. And they're really good and they hustle and they do a lot of live auctions and like that's so like live shopping is like I think kind of a trend for the future in anything. So but you get to know people, what they like and stuff. So it's just easier like you say something and I know the person that would have it type of thing.
Yeah.
So you talk about like live auctioning, like you're like standing with your stuff and you're like holding something up on like a live stream.
Yeah. Like I haven't actually.
That's so cool.
I've just been watching because I've just been. I don't want to say. I'm just like I'll do it when I need to. Like, but like it's fun to watch and like you just have. Like I can send you some links and it gets kind of addicting. It's like better than Hulu,
Yeah, see that I'm very competitive.
And then I saw like there was like a Forbes article talking about how that's like the future shopping, like online shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was great, Sammy. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, everyone go to our Instagram. We tagged Sammy.
Yep.
Go to his Instagram.
Shortstop Sammy Vintage Closet.
Yeah.
Check him out at an open mic one day soon. Hopefully.
From a basement.
Yeah. But that was awesome, man. That was really cool and really interesting to see.
If you go to this basement, I might be there.
Yeah. With Katie.
Yeah.
Hiding behind the furnace. But thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for being on, Sam. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks
guys.
you.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thanks, Sam.
That was really fun, man. He has so much cool stuff.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, he's good.
It's like having your own toy store almost. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, that's our show for tonight. Thanks.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
For Katie, what made you come up with your AM screen name?
Well, I wanted to do Cutie with the Booty because of BIG, but I don't know. Somebody else I know I think had Cutie with the Booty, so I went with that. That was not I ended with Young and Hopeless. So
okay.
Young and Hopeless was my last screen name. So I didn't have.
Well, thank you. I give you props for sharing because you could have just stayed silent.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. I think we should change our names to our screen names.
Yeah.
Tony, I like how
that forever.
I like how when Caitlyn said her first one, and Tony was like, "Yeah, we don't care about that one."
Quick solid
for a story.
Yeah, we know there's a juicy one.
Fuck.
No one cares about
when
that.
Tony has a lead, he sniffs it out. He doesn't care about anything else.
Dog with a bone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, this has been our show. Thanks to again Katie and Kyle for a segment. Look for more segments like that in the future. Thanks to Sam Healy, our guest, for being on. Shout out once again to my friends Kyle, Katie, Andy, Jake, Kate, Nick, who's here in spirit. Look for videos from him coming in the future. That's been our show. Good night. Stay tuned. See you next Monday. The Monday from after next.
2 Mondays.
2 weeks.
2 Mondays. Yeah. Every other Monday. We got to think of a more convenient.
See you in 2 weeks.